Hello, everyone. This is January the 18th, 2021. And today I'm over at Woodside, and we're beginning at the Woodside Ferry Terminal because I took the ferry over. And we're going to be looking around the community of Woodside. So a lot of people maybe don't even know where Woodside is. So it's, as you can see, from the background, we're right across from Halifax, but we're farther down than if you took the other ferry to Dartmouth. So basically, if you want to drive to Woodside, you come across the McDonald Bridge and you go down Portland and you go till you come to Pleasant Street and you make a right on Pleasant, and that takes you right down to Woodside. It's before you get to the CFB Shearwater. Okay? So anyways, we're going to be walking around the community, see what's all offered in this little area. There's several businesses that are in that area we'll look at, as well as some that may have gone out of business. We'll have a look. Anyway, I see the ferry terminal is under a bit of construction here. That's good. Give it an upgrade while there's not as many commuters traveling back and forth to work because of the virus. So it's a good time to do work like that, I guess. So I'd never taken the ferry before from Halifax to Woodside. So this is my very first time doing that myself. And so I didn't really know what to expect, but I see we're under quite a major bit of construction here. So anyways, we'll walk through this little wooden tunnel and we'll come out and we'll head up towards the community of Woodside. So I hope you will enjoy this video because a lot of people probably never been down to Woodside. A lot of you have. You know where it is, you're familiar with it, and maybe even live down this way somewheres. But it's not a community I come to real often. I've been to Woodside a few times and shop. There's a bargain store down here and also a Bargain Harold's, and there's some food places, nice restaurant where I've gone a few times. So we'll take a look at all those things. And there's something else I want to show you. Is right here is the trail that goes all the way up to Alderney Ferry Terminal. The sign says you can do it in 45 minutes. So I guess that depends on how fast you can walk. But it's a nice little walk. I've never walked it all the way. I've been down that trail a little bit. Once before we came down, we drove down here and parked across the road and came over and walked on that trail a little bit. But you can walk all the way to Alderney, so maybe that's a good thing to do when summertime comes. It's a good thing to do then. Right now it's winter and it's kind of cold out. It wouldn't be all that enjoyable, but in summer it'd be a nice little walk. So anyways, this is the trail that'll take you all the way down there. Now it looks like it's all paved, so any of you people that's on bicycles, it's not paved all the way. That pavement just goes a little ways and then it's gravel, and sometimes it's not a really good biking trail. Although it's not bad, you could bike down through there, but the pavement doesn't go that far. Just letting you know that. So if you plan on biking it, you won't have a nice walkway like that all the way down. You'll have only part way and then gravel and so on. So just getting that out of the way. And you can see we have some garbage disposals there. So if you were eating a snack, you got a place to throw your stuff so we won't pollute the countryside here. We don't want to be putting things on the ground like chip bags and chocolate bar wrappers and all that kind of stuff. Not even gum wrappers. You want to put all that in your pocket, and when you get back to where these garbage cans are, you can throw it into the appropriate bins, because it's not really good. I just turned the camera around there, so anybody wanted to see what I look like, there's a shot. I have my mask on, but I'm getting braver. Yeah. And I know we all have to wear a mask, or you don't get to see people very good, even people you you meet on the street, everybody's got a mask on, or most people do, so you don't get a look at people. And especially doing videos, I'm always holding it out in front of me. Maybe you'll see my reflection in a glass once in a while, or things like that. So, yeah. So you see, I'm not that a young guy. I'm retired, and I've been told I don't act my age, so that might be a good thing. But oh, there I am now. You can. I just got that camera flipped around there, and you can take one look at me. Okay, so now you know who I am. If you see me on the street, you can holler to me, and I'm a friendly guy. I like to talk, so if you see me on the street, don't be shy to say hi and ask me, are you Halifax Walker? And I'll confess. All right? So, with that, let's be going. Let's head down this little walkway and head up into the community of Woodside. So you can see what all's here. Everything is kind of right together. It's not all over the place. Everything's right in one little clump as far as the businesses go here. And I think first we'll walk over to where the restaurant is. It's a really nice restaurant here. And we went there and ate a couple of times, and I found it really good. I think I had fish and chips both times, and I gotta say, when we lived in Ontario, I don't think I ate fish and chips twice in 15 years, and I've only been back here 2.5 years, and I think I've had fish and chips at least 10 times now. So the East Coast has something to do with you eating fish. Maybe it's because it's nice and fresh, and it always tastes good. So, yeah, so fish and chips is one thing I come to enjoy since moving back to Nova Scotia. And here we are in the parking lot. So when people come here and take the ferry across, I guess they can park their cars right here. I didn't check it out to see if that's what it is, but I guess that must be what it is. They park in their cars here and go across on the ferry. Then they come back across and take their cars home. That's what it looks like. So it's another gray day. Not a lot of sun. It's just for this time of the year we see more gray days than we do sunny ones. But we're getting through January. It won't be long. And we'll be into February, and the days will be a little bit longer. And some of this dreary-looking skies might not be lingering here. At least we don't have snow. We haven't had any real snow to speak of. Had a couple of storms, but they didn't last long. And that's the road out there. But I don't think we're going to go straight out there right now. We're going to have a little look around down here first, and then we'll get out to see what's out on the main road. For a small community, there's a fair bit of traffic out here at times because it is a main road. It goes down Eastern Passage, it goes down to the military base, and several other things are down that way. So it's fairly busy for, I guess you could call it a main road, even though it does end down here. But it is a main road till you get down to I guess, probably another, 5 kilometers down maybe is where it basically ends. Maybe a little more, not too much more. Anyways, we're going to walk over here to this restaurant, and they have very good food, and they have I think like a pub type in the back part of it, and then there's also a restaurant there, and then there's a front part that's a restaurant as well, and a little quieter, like when all the drinking's going on, it's usually in the back part. That's the pub side of it, and then the front side is more like a family oriented restaurant. So, and the food is really good in there. I can't really brag it enough because it's very good, and it's called Pilot's Restaurant and Pub. So it's someplace you can go to when you come down here, and it's open. The COVID hasn't got it closed right now. It's open with restricted seating. And over here is what's left of A&W. Now you can see they went out of business. They're a victim of the virus, and I guess they weren't getting enough customers. And there's a sign in the window that says the head office has told them to close this closed by head office, closed by A&W head office, because they weren't making any money, I guess, and going in the hole. So they closed it. Maybe somebody else will take it over in better times when we don't have this virus with us anymore and life returns to normal. Somebody might be able to take it over then, and they probably will, and make a good business out of it again. Because I remember when it was A&W and it was running, and I've been in there a time or two, and it seemed like it was doing okay. But this area down here kind of depends a lot on tourists too, because tourists come down here and just to see the ocean and drive along beside the ocean. A lot of tourists come down here in the summer. So without those tourists, business doesn't do as well. But it does okay. If it wasn't for the virus, everything would be not too bad. I'm sure nobody would go out of business because they couldn't keep their business going. Well, we'll go down here a little bit, and then we'll go on the other side of the road and look at some of the stuff over there. This is a little plaza with several little shops in here. Some stuff might be interested in, some maybe not, depending on what you're looking for. Usually when I come down to Woodside, I'm just thinking about a drive along by the ocean and maybe stopping at Tim Hortons or the restaurant in there or something like that. But yeah, we've only been down here, I guess, maybe 3 or 4 times is about it, all the times that we've been down in this area. Well, they got this place reopened again, takeaway and delivery, and also we have Subway. Subway is always good. There's Esso, we can get gas, and it looks like another restaurant over here. It's a burger place called Charger Burgers. I've never been in there, can't say anything about that place because I have never tried it out. Maybe one day, maybe this summer one day if we drive down here with the family, we'll try it out. I like those burgers places where you can select the stuff you want on your burger and they give you a nice big bun and a thick burger, and you can put tomatoes and lettuce and pickles and tomatoes, all that stuff that you like on there, and just pick the kind of things you want on it and leave what you don't like, and they're always good. You can load it right up there with stuff, and it's a full meal. So maybe that's what that place is like. I kind of think it is, since they specialize in burgers. You probably can put all kinds of things on it. One day, I might not even wait for summer. It's open now. One day, when we're out looking for something to do, sometimes we're saying, everybody says, where are we going to go get something to eat? And I say, oh, I don't know, it's up to you guys. And my son will say, I don't know, it's up to you guys. And my wife will say, well, you guys are no help. Why should I do all the thinking? So next time I'm asked, where do I want to go? I'm going to say, let's go down Eastern Passage. I'm going to go to Woodside, and we'll go to that Charger Burger place, and we'll try it out. So that's going to be my ready answer. Next time I'm asked, where do you want to go? I'm going to say that place. But that could be on the weekend. We don't always go out and eat on the weekend, but at least half of the time we do. Usually Saturday or Sunday. Usually Saturday. We're bored. There's nothing to do, so we go out driving around and usually stop somewhere and get something to eat. But not always. Sometimes we stick around the house or just go to Tim Hortons and get coffee, which is fine by me. I like doing that. I like going out to coffee shops and just having a coffee and passing some time and talking. And yeah, that's good too. That's the highway right there. If you're down in this end of the city and you want to get on the highway, like you want to go to Walmart or Dartmouth Crossing or up to Truro or anything like that, you get on the highway right there. Goes right, turns right into the highway. And I guess that would be, I think it'd be 118. And I know it goes up to 111 and 102. I think that's the highways. Although I could be mixed up, but I believe that's how it works. Okay. Anyway, you can go up there, get on the other highway, go over to Halifax, or you can go right on up that way, going towards Walmart, and then you can go up and get on the highway for Truro and anything beyond. Okay? Just letting you know where that road goes right there. Now down, if you go right from here, to the left, which way we're going to go, we're going to turn left. But if you go down the right, there's also another little community down there, and there's also a radio station. I don't know if anybody ever listened to a station called Seaside, but Seaside Radio is down there. It looks like it's in a house with just an antenna up on the roof, something like that. But they also are online, so they can be heard anywhere. But they do have for local radio, I guess. You can pick it up on your radio as well. And they play a lot of the oldies and things like that. So yeah, I've listened to them from time to time, but my wife and I discovered that we like the breeze. They play some older stuff too, but it's from our generation and music we grew up on and listened to, and even through the 70s and 80s. And so that's where we listen a lot now, is on the breeze, which aren't down here. I'm not sure where they're located. Probably over in Halifax somewhere. So anyways, we'll continue on down here. There's McDonald's right in here. There's a McDonald's, which I don't know if we've ever gone in there or not. Possibly, but I'm not sure. And this place over here has got Value Village in this end, and then the rest of it is pretty well, it's like a bargain center. Can't tell you the name of it till we get over there, but it's a bargain center, and I gotta say, there's not a lot of stuff in there. I've gone in there 2 or 3 times. It's a big store. Like, they got a lot of inventory, but I just never found anything in there that I was interested in buying. I guess they do sell toys and things like that too. If you got small kids, it might be a good place to buy something for them. But I didn't find the quality of the clothes in there very good, and a lot of things they had was like it looked like it all came from China, and the quality just wasn't there. So I didn't really buy anything in there. But I guess if you're going to buy a notebook or some paper or a pen or something, it might be all right. But for a lot of the stuff, no, it didn't excite me. But Value Village is good. You got lots of things in there. And whenever I going to throw this in, whenever I go to a store like Value Village, I look for the brand name stuff because you get a good deal on that. If you buy something that was Nike or any of the good name jackets or even pants, you get a good deal. But if you buy something that's not that great to start with, then it's still cost enough and it's not that really that good. So if you're just careful what you buy and look for the brand name stuff, you can get a pretty good deal sometimes in Value Village. Okay, rambled on enough about that. You can catch the bus right here. I'm just going to let you know that there's a couple of bus stops along this road. There's one here and there's one up farther. So you can catch a bus going back. The bus that comes along here, if you go the other way, it goes down Eastern Passage. And if you go this way, it'll take you back to Halifax, Dartmouth, and if you're going down Portland, then you'd have to get off just past Tim Hortons on Portland. There's a bus stop. You could get off there and walk across the street and catch the Portland bus if you needed to go like Cole Harbor up that way. So if you're going to the other ferry terminal, like at Alderney, the bus that comes by here goes right up there. So the bus will take you right all the way up to Alderney and take you up to the Dartmouth bus terminal. And I think that's as far as any bus would go coming down this road, as far as I know. It looked like it. And what have I left out here? Anything important? Oh yeah, I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to just look at the skyline from here, because you get a different view than you do when you're up by the Alderney ferry terminal. The city, you see it from a different angle and you see a little bit different things than you see from up here. So I might walk back down and take another look at the skyline before leaving this area. And there's Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons is not a big Tim Hortons here. There's a little less seating than there is in some of them, but it's a good spot. And you get a lot of the military personnel there, like coming in here early in the morning on their way to work, and probably in the evening as well. And I know I've been in there a couple of times. Once I had to wait for my wife that had to go to the hospital that's down here for a ultrasound or something like that. And so I got to hang out here at Tim Hortons for a couple hours while I was waiting for her to get down to the hospital. And if you park at the hospital, the parking is quite expensive, so you're better off to drive down to Tim Hortons and hang out there, and then go back when that person you're waiting for is ready. So we're going to go back across here, and I just want to go down close to the water and look at the skyline of Halifax from this side, from this perspective, being down here in Woodside, because it does look a little different than it does if you're up in Alderney. So let's walk down and we'll take a look at the city from down here. Now you would be down here about opposite Halterm. So you're right down the lower end. If you walk down Hollis or Barrington, anything down here, you'd be right opposite Halterm, pretty much when you're down here in Woodside. And you can see the island from the opposite side that you wouldn't see from Halifax. You'd be looking at the other side of the island. Now you can see the opposite side, which if you never came down there and looked out across the water, you would always see it from the other side. And a lot of people don't have cars, so the chances are if you don't have a car and you didn't really have any reason to come down here, you may never have been down here, because you'd have to take the bus, and unless you had some reason for coming, you probably wouldn't come down here. So give you an opportunity to see what Woodside, the little community of Woodside, looks like. And it's fairly busy because of the ferry terminal, and there is a hospital fairly close to here. A little bit of a drive, but quite close to here. And then you can see up almost to where Alderney Landing would be, but maybe not quite. And we'll look over at the skyline from down here by the water, which will take us basically down where that trail I showed you when I got off the ferry. I showed you a trail that you can walk up to Alderney Landing on that trail. So maybe we'll go down in that area and look across. That might be the best vantage point I know where we could walk down close to the water and see the city from there. I kind of like this little area. I've been down here a few times, not that many, but a few, and it's really nice down here. There's another little area farther down. It's kind of like a tourist area where you can go in, and there's a little it's like a little village with small stores, and you can walk through like all those little shops. They're mostly catered to tourists, but you can buy little things in there and knickknacks and things like that at different shops down there. And they got an ice cream store that's really good. I stopped there for ice cream a couple of times, and I found the ice cream really good down there. And also we stopped at a restaurant down there too. I don't remember what we bought. Can't remember now. It might have been fish and chips as well. Anyway, yeah, that's a little area down there. If you ever drive it, you'll see that. You'll see it when you get down there. And there's a boardwalk down there, and you can walk right along the water and walk on that boardwalk. One day I'll have to go down and do a video of that because I can't do it justice just talking about it. And I'm not in my car today. I came over on the ferry, and I'm going to be going back on the bus because I live in Dartmouth. So I don't feel like getting on a bus and going down there. And then I have to get off that bus and get on another bus back. You got to wait for them and all that. So one day when the weather gets a little warmer and the ice cream shop's open and all the stuff down there, I promise you I'll go down there and I'll make a video. And I'm not really sure what that little area is called, so I want to get a name for that area before I do it as well. So we were here a while ago, look at where these garbage containers are, but I want to walk right down this little trail and see if I can get a good look at the city from here. It's a little bit wet and the ground is soft, and I don't want to get my shoes wet, so we have to be careful where I'm walking, and hopefully I don't get my feet wet. Otherwise, I'm going to have to live with wet shoes until I get home. But I did want to get down as close as I could to the water and look across at the city. So you can see what you see from here. And that thing right there, as near as I can tell, that must be a rescue thing. Maybe somebody even sits in there and watches the harbor for in case if there was ever a ship accident or something out there and you had to rescue people. That boat that's up there would probably go out there to pick people up that was in the water. So that's what I'm guessing. I can't say, because nobody told me, but that's what it looks like. It looks like that's a little station to watch the harbor, and in case of an accident of any kind, somebody could come to the rescue. So as near as what I can make of that. So there's the city over there in the background, and from here you can look right up and pretty much see the whole city, whereas you're up at Alderney, you're looking down or you're looking up, and you can't look at the bridge and look down at towards the ferry terminal at the same time. You have to you have to look two directions, but from down here you can like take in the whole city from one angle pretty well. And that's Hall Term, where you see those cranes. That's the container terminal where all the stuff comes in there that's going to go onto ships. And I'm not sure about the trains, I think they're pretty much all up at the other end there now, although I wouldn't rule it out that trains may come down here as well. I'm not right up on that, but I used to haul trailers into Haltern back a long time ago. One job I had working for Day and Ross, and we hauled McCain French fries down here, and they used to ship them over to Saudi Arabia and maybe other places too. But that's where the ones were going that I used to bring down here would be destined for Saudi Arabia. So I got a little experience in Haltern. I've been in there a few times, and well, that's about all there is to see down here. Now, over here is a little bus turning place. So if you got off the ferry and you wanted to catch the bus, yeah, I know you can get on the bus that's going down to Eastern Passage. I'm not sure if you can get on the bus going to Dartmouth, or if you have to walk up to the road. Myself, I'm going to walk up to the road to catch the bus because I'm not sure about it down here. So I do know you can go, if you're going farther down, like towards Eastern Passage, you could catch it right here. And this looks like they have some portable washrooms because the ferry terminal is under construction there, and they probably, one of the things they're renovating is going to be the washrooms. And so they've got a portable washroom area up here. So anybody gets off the ferry, looking for the washroom, you got to walk up to the parking lot to find the washroom. And another thing, the escalators in the ferry terminal, when I came up, the escalators were not functioning because they were changing the mechanism, all the stuff down there. They had it all opened up and they were working on it, and they had the bed taken up, and so there was no access to the escalator, so you had to walk. So anybody that was on crutches or anything like that, I don't know. There might be an elevator I didn't notice. It's possible, but there wasn't any escalators to take, so it was stair steps. But that could be resolved probably in a day or two, so they could have that going within a day or two maybe. I can't really say. That bus there, come up Portland, but it's not going down Portland. That bus is going out the other way, all the way out Eastern Passage to where it turns around out there. So you can't get on that bus if you're going to Dartmouth. You got to wait or coming back down, which I would presume you got to be on the other side of the road and catch that bus, more than likely. So we had a look at pretty much everything right there in that little community of Woodside, and you had a look at the ferry terminal and looking across the harbor at Halifax, and could see Haltern from there, and a lot of different things like that we looked at. And I don't know if we've covered everything yet, or if we'd maybe take another little walk. And I guess that's what we got to do, take another walk. And yeah, this video, I think we've covered enough maybe. And so I guess right here we'll probably end this video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Have a good day.